as scaling entrepreneurs, at some point, if you want your business to have any value, you need to remove yourself as the single point of
Mm,
contact or
absolutely.
single point of solution for
Right.
everybody's problem.
Right.
Because if you're the only value of your business is not valuable. And I love what
Yep.
you did with Capital Wise and what
Mhm.
you're doing with Brooks Alliance. If you decide to sell it, it will still run because you built a business that doesn't need you to be there
Right.
for it to be successful. So I want to ask both of you all the question: how does a business owner go from solopreneur, I'm the face and doing everything, to more of an actual business where their business has standalone value?
I'll let the queen go first.
Okay. So, first thing is you have to figure out because one thing as a solopreneur, your challenge if capital is always an issue,
Mhm.
right? Not always, but 95% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
As a solopreneur, you are literally struggling every single day to
Mm.
say, do I pay for this or do I do this?
Right.
Right? Do I delegate this or do I do this? Do I
Mhm.
hire someone? And so I feel that the first thing you have to do is figure out who you need.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you need that's going to release you of the I don't want to call it the least revenue generating task in
Mhm.
your business.
Facts.
MWAs, minimum wage activities. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. So for me, that was an admin,
Right.
right? I needed somebody to answer emails because that communication was
Mhm.
important to the firm,
Right.
but realistically, I didn't need to do that. So you
Mhm.
first need to figure out like who exactly you need.
Yeah.
And then you also from there you have to start releasing more and more things. So your
Mhm.
admin, then you have to start thinking, okay, who can replace me?
Right.
Who can replace me? Who can show up at least 80%? And that's the problem with solopreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
People want,
I know you're going with
yes,
that. I know where you're
people
Yeah.
want to hire someone or they want to keep control over things because they feel
Mhm.
that someone doesn't
Nobody can
know
do it as good as me.
100%. But
Right.
what I always say is, someone should be able to do what you do 80% of the time. Like
Mhm.
me, I'm a handholder. I'm all gushy gushy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you work with somebody in my firm, they're gushy gushy. Oh my God. That's how they are. They're going to hold
Right.
your hand. They're going to make
Mhm.
sure you're good. They're going to,
Mhm.
you're going to feel like your family.
Right.
And that's intentional. And I also feel like solopreneurs don't take enough accountability.
Mhm.
If the people in your firm are trash, it's because your processes are trash.
Right.
You never took the time to say to them, you
Mhm.
do this. This is how I want it. And
Yep.
again, I spent 9 months detailing out my system,
Mhm.
writing my processes. It was the most excruciating
Yeah.
9 months. Like I still feel sad. I'm a Cancer, so I feel everything.
Yeah.
Right? I still feel the sadness that I felt during that process.
Yeah.
But the freedom that I have now,
Mhm.
because I know every email that's going out to clients, I know every notification that my team gets on the back end. I
Mhm.
took that time to build that process.
Yep.
Right. So I feel that you first have to understand, like, if my team is not operating properly, it's because
Mm.
I did not, as the leader, I did
Right.
not set them up for success.
Mhm.
So if you want to have a team, I don't care if they're VAs, if they're hair, whoever they are,
Yeah.
you need to be able to set them up for success.
Facts.
And setting them up for success looks like processes.
Mhm.
So I find that a lot of times people don't put enough time, effort, and energy
Mhm.
into actually building their business. But again, to be fair,
Yeah.
as a solopreneur, you don't have that much time,
Right.
but you're gonna have
You
to
always
suck it
juggling.
up.
Well, my thing, you either
Yeah.
have time or money, right? Like,
Yes.
'cause
Right.
you can't, if you don't have time or money, that means you're doing something wrong in your business. You either have to leverage your time to make money or use your money to buy back time.
Yes,
Right.
I
You know.
agree.
Yeah, so my answer to that is just really like I think what helped me, and I can't even take credit for it initially. I realized that it was happening in real time, is hiring from the top down. Right. And what I mean by that is like I actually tried to hire. So Samantha, I hired her initially as an admin, right? Thinking like, oh, I just need somebody to take stuff off my plate.
Samantha is amazing.
She is the
I
best thing since
love
sliced
her.
bread. I would
Yeah.
never let her go, like never let her go. Right. And it's funny, like every time I'm like, y'all are the only two people who I like. I mean, everybody asks me the same question, like, can Samantha work? No, she works for me full time. No. But y'all are the only two people I'm like, you need something? Yeah, y'all got her. And then of course,
Like, what if I can borrow Samantha for like a couple hours?
Yeah.
I like I was asking, like, to ask my wife for something. I was like, yo, like, could I just?
I'm like,
'Cause-
can Samantha do this for me? I know that she was.
I
killing me
told
on
Carter a
it.
couple times. I was like, bro, I was like, listen, I love you. We business partners. I was like, but Samantha ain't going nowhere. So you can't mess this up.
Like, stop overworking her.
Yeah, she ain't
Yeah.
going. Like, I'm not letting her go. But I said that to say, like, I found out on accident that like she was more than that, right? And so what it helped me realize in the moment is like, man, if I could find somebody who can think of the things I don't have to think of and it can anticipate the needs of the business versus just the tactics of just like getting things done, that's really gonna free me up. And so from there, the next person I hire is like, I need to hire somebody who's not just can be an advisor who can check the box, but someone who can think on an operational level, someone who can think on a strategic level, who's bringing ideas to me to make things more efficient. So if you have the ability, the capital, which is probably the issue, to hire, try to hire from the top down versus just like, let me hire 7 VAs that can just do stuff. Right.
I love that, George.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
because you're first thinking on how to replace.
And then when you hire from the top down, those people have the value and the skills to help you generate more money.
Yes.
My business grew about 300% when I hired her full time.
You know what? You know when my business
Yeah.
grew? My business grew about 150% after I stopped sending invoices myself.
That's something.
I stopped sending invoices myself, right?
Yeah.
Because when you send an invoice, you're like, oh, this person
They're gonna pay it.
4 years of taxes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just charge you for 3, okay? My
'Cause
team
you-
don't care.
Because you were so close to the client.
Right.
I was too close to the client. My team don't care. You said you got 3? All right, I'm charging you for 3, right? And it's business. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
It's not personal.
You don't
right.
deserve a discount because you waited 3 years not to file your taxes.
Right. It's on you.
Right?
It is what it
That's
is.
on you. And had you paid it every single year, that's what you would have been paying.
Mhm.
And so my business grew tremendously once I stopped sending invoices and I totally released the administrative process. Because again, I'm always so, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, you paying me.
100%.
You paying me. I'm sending that invoice myself. Hey, you pay that?
Need that
yet?
scratch. So being that y'all are the two goats of the tax strategy world, right? And since this episode is primarily featuring you, if you had to pick, I know this is hard, what would you say is one of your favorite tax strategies of all time? It's a side. I mean, she got like 30. She got narrowed down.
Okay, my favorite tax strategy of all time. I'm gonna say depreciation. I'm gonna still
Yeah.
depreciation. You gotta think of something.
I got something, but yours is actually better because depreciation is you get a tax deduction for not spending money. You can't be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I feel that depreciation is amazing because it ranges from, as it relates to real estate. I've had clients able to wipe out $1 million in income just because they were able to implement depreciation and they had real estate. So they were able to implement cost segregation and, it goes deep, right? But the reality is I think that depreciation is so... it's amazing. It makes me look like a superhero.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it attracts
love
higher quality
depreciation.
clients because
Yes.
because if you need to depreciate, that means you have assets.
That means you have assets.
Right.
So the vehicle
Carter, that's your new strategy for 2024.
All right. Gotcha.
I love when I tell you, like, because it's we have this very interesting, not to cut you off, but like very interesting dynamic because my core, I really love marketing. When it comes to getting creative, like I love marketing, but to not have to like run and sprint and like do it all on myself or have to do like that's like the best thing ever. It's like I get to think about it, like, yo, dude, can you do this play?
Yeah.